The bubble sort manual run through. Step 1. Start with the unsorted array 98, 7, 45, 80, 78, 34, and 85. Step 2. Compare the first two elements 98 and 97. Since 98 is greater than 7, swap them, so the result would be 7, 98, 45, 80, 78, 34, and 85. Step 3. Move the next pair 98 and 45. Since 98 is greater than 45, swap them. So the result would be 7, 45, 98, 80, 78, 34, and 85. Step 4. Compare 80 and 98. Since 98 is greater than 80, swap them. So the result would be 7, 45, 80, 98, 78, 34, and 85. Step 5. Compare 98 and 78. Since 98 is greater than 78, swap them. So the result would be 7, 45, 80, 78, 98, 34, and 85. Step 6. Compare 98 and 34. Since 98 is greater than 34, swap them. So the result would be 7, 45, 80, 78, 34, 98, and 85. Step 7. Compare 98 and 85. Since 98 is greater than 85, swap them. So the result would be 7, 45, 80, 78, 34, 85, and 98. Step 8. Compare 7 and 45. No need to swap since 7 is less than 45. So step 9. Compare 45 and 80. So no need to swap also since 45 is less than 80. So step 10. Compare 80 and 78. Since 80 is greater than 78, swap them. So the result would be 7, 45, 78, 80, 34, 85, and 98. Step 11. Compare 80 and 34. Since 80 is greater than 34, swap them. So the result would be 7, 45, 78, 34, 80, 85, and 98. 12. Compare 80 and 85. No swap is needed since 80 is less than 85. Step 13. Compare 85 and 98. No swap is needed since 85 is less than 98. Step 14. Compare 7 and 45. No swap is needed since 7 is less than 45. Step 15. Compare 45 and 78. No swap is needed since 45 is less than 78. Step 16. Compare 78 and 34. So swap them since 78 is greater than 34. So the result would be 7, 45, 34, 78, 80, 85, and 98. Step 17. Compare 78 and 80. So no swap is needed since 78 is less than 80. Step 18. Compare 80 and 85. So no swap is needed since 80 is less than 85. Step 19. Compare 85 and 98. No swap is needed since 85 is less than 98. Step 20. Compare 7 and 45. So no swap is needed since 7 is less than 45. Step 21. Compare 45 and 34. Since 45 is greater than 34, swap them. So the result would be 7, 45, 34, 78, 80, 85, and 98. So we already have 7, 45, 34, 78, 80, 85, and 98, which means at this point, the array is fully sorted.
We start with an unsorted array and an empty array to hold values based on their current index position, 0 to 9. Step 2. Begin sorting by focusing on the least significant digit units placed. Step 3 would be place elements in radix array according to the units place of each number. The step 4 would be to move elements back to my array from radix array. Step 5 is to move focus to the next digit or the tens place. Step 6. Place elements in radix array based on the tens place of each number. Step 7. Move elements back to my array from radix array. Step 8 is to move focus to the hundreds place. Step 9. Place elements in radix array based on the hundreds place. Step 10 is to move elements back to my array from radix array. And that would be it. The sorting is finished.
Merge sort manual run through. Step 1. Initial split. We start with unsorted array 6, 5, 12, 10, 9, and 1. We split it into halves until each sub-array contains 1 element. Step 2. Merging begins. Now that we have individual elements, we start merging back together in sorted order, merging 5 and 12. merging 6 and 5 and 12. Compare 6 and 5. 5 is smaller, so it comes first. Next, 6 is compared with 12. 6 is smaller, so it comes next. The result of the merging is 5, 6, 12, 10, 9, and 1. Step 3. Splitting and merging the right sub-array. Now we split and merge the right half. Merging 9 and 1. Compare 9 and 1. 1 is smaller, so it comes first. So the result after merging is 5, 6, 12, 10, 1, and 9. Step 4. Merging 10 and 1, 9. Compare 10 and 1. 1 is smaller, so it comes first. Next, 10 is compared with 9. 9 is smaller, so it comes next. Result after merging is 5, 6, 12, and 1, 9, 10. Step 5. Final merge. Now, we merge the two sorted halves 5, 6, 12, and 1, 9, 10. First, compare 5 and 1. 1 is smaller. Compare 5 and 9. 5 is smaller. Compare 6 and 9. 6 is smaller. Compare 12 and 9. 9 is smaller. Compare 12 and 10. 10 is smaller. 12 is the last remaining value. So, the final sorted array are 1, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 12. Bubble sort implementation. The code starts by defining an array of numbers, myArray, and then calculate its length, which is stored in the variable n. If the current element is greater than the adjacent element, the two elements are swapped. This process is repeated until the end of the array is reached, at which point the largest number has been moved to the end of the array. The inner loop then starts again from the beginning of the array, and the process is repeated until the entire array is sorted. The sorted array is then printed to the console. Radix sort implementation. This code sorts a list of numbers using radix sort by processing each digit from right to left. MyArray is the list of numbers to sort. Radix array is a set of 10 boxes or lists for each possible digit 0 to 9. Maxval finds the largest number to determine how many digits we need to process. Exponent starts at 1, focusing on the unit place. While there are still digits left in the largest number, each number in MyArray is popped out and placed into radix array based on its current digit. After distribution, the numbers are collected back into MyArray in order, bucket by bucket. Exponent is then multiplied by 10 to move to the next place. Units to tens, tens to hundreds. After all the digits are processed, MyArray is fully sorted, and the sorted array is printed. Merge sort implementation. Once the array is split into individual elements, the merge function is called to combine sorted halves back together. Merge takes two sorted arrays, left and right, and merge them into a single sorted array. Using two pointers, I for left and J for right, merge compares elements from each array. If the element in the left is smaller, it's added to result, and I is incremented. Otherwise, the element from right is added, and J is incremented. After one of the arrays is fully added, any remaining elements in the left or right are appended to result since they are already sorted.